All right, and the last story I want to have us talk about tonight is The Last of Us 3. Something interesting. So
Oh god.
apparently they already have the script done. Not the script, but like a plot line, outline for the plot. Not working on it or anything. Not working on the game, but they have that ready. And the reason I bring this up, I'm like, that's kind of funny because there's a lot of people out there still begging for the multiplayer for the second game, and they're already talking about the third. You know, Riku, what do you think about The Last of Us 3? Are you excited about that? So you know it's coming
Hell the
eventually.
fuck no. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Am I told my friend that in regards to The Last of Us and Uncharted, I could go this entire generation without either one. If it's not
I
Last of
agree.
Us Part 2 factions, I don't fucking want it. Like Naughty Dog, like either make a new IP, work on that Savage Starlight, because everybody wants you to do something sci-fi related, or go make Jack 4, goddammit. One of the two. Jack 4 or the new IP. I don't want or Last of Us Part 2 factions. I don't want to see fucking Last of Us Part 3 this generation. Like save that shit for launch title of PlayStation 6. I don't want to see that shit hitting the PlayStation 5, you know? And they said as far as I heard, they said they have no plans for The Last of Us Part 3 now. They just have the script, right? Or some shit.
Yeah, they just have the
So
outline for the script. Yeah.
how about this? You guys sit on that script, do a couple revisions, make sure that shit looking squeaky clean and ready for
You
PlayStation
know.
6, Yeah,
But
all the shit
Riku,
whatever. Go ahead.
what if diverse dramatic high roading isn't in fashion in 6 years?
Well, guess what? You remember what I said? Continuously revise that script because if it's not the hip thing and a fucking generation is 6 years, right? Placed a fucking 2028. Then I guess you guys do need to fucking revise that script. I mean, but like I said, they said they're working on The Last of Us 1 remake for the HBO shit, right? So
Yeah.
so whatever, apparently if we're getting anything Last of Us related in the future, it's gonna be that, unfortunately. Not no damn part 3, or unfortunately the multiplayer is looking very bleak right now.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't think that remake of the first game's even gonna have multiplayer. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
gonna say
see it
something
either.
unpopular.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, go ahead,
You're gonna
Brett.
say something controversial?
I think it should just stay a show. It's better done as a long form kind of narrative. The interaction in Last of Us doesn't make a huge amount of difference.
Hey, it's
Wait,
the thing.
how's
They
that
did the movie.
controversial? I think we all agree on that.
No, he didn't say.
Oh.
Riku threw that on
No,
there.
no, I was
Yeah.
just a joke. No,
Everything said on
see,
Throwdown's controversial.
Okay,
I know, right?
controversial thing to say.
I agree with you, Brett, but Sony, like I said, that Ratchet and Clank 2016 game shouldn't have existed. Sony just was like, hey, can you guys make a video game tie-in to this movie? And they're like, sure. And then they just slapped it together. So they're basically doing the same thing with this HBO shit. So
I'll be
But I
honest.
do
I'm,
agree
I'm
with
done with The Last of Us. In general, I'm done. Like that whole
I
Walking
enjoy the
Dead
games,
shit.
man,
I'm
but it's
done,
fine.
man. I'm done.
Like I
Because
said, I
that's
just
what
don't wanna get in
that's what the
there.
last game was. It was just an extended episode. of The Walking Dead. I'm done with that shit. I'm good. Done with it.
Yeah.
Done with it.
Naughty Dog. If you're the naughty gods that everyone says that you are,
Is the naughty guys.
the naughty guys, and you guys should be skilled enough to throw out a new IP and it be a banger.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because right
saying.
now,
We work on a new IP, bro. I'm tired of The Last
Here-
of Us, man.
like here's the thing, man. Like you looking at PlayStation's studios right now, and lately, man, you could definitely say a case that Insomniac is better than Naughty Dog.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah,
Without
see,
a doubt.
a lot of people don't want to have that conversation.
I will.
I'll agree with that.
Let's have that conversation. Insomniac makes like diverse games.
They made
Yeah.
diverse games. Like, okay, let's look at the catalog that Naughty Dog has made that people talk about. You got Jack and Daxter, right? You got Uncharted. You got The Last of Us, right? And yeah, they made a samurai game before Jack and Daxter. What do you mean, like,
We're the warrior, baby.
hey, the warrior baby, like, come on.
Yeah, there you go.
But
They made a fighting
Insomniac-
game.
Yeah, Insomniac. What have they made up to that point? So they made Spyro, right? Then they did Ratchet. Then they did.
Oh yeah,
Resistance.
you also forgot Crash.
Let him
By the way.
finish. Oh yeah,
yes,
Crash
yes,
Bandicoot. That's right.
yes,
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot.
Crash.
That's right.
Correct. Crash.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. So you got Spyro, Ratchet and Clank, Resistance, Sunset Overdrive,
Sunset Overdrive.
that one game that failed that I can't remember the name of.
Oh
right now.
shit,
the
Fuse.
Fuse.
the
Fuse,
Xbox
yeah.
game,
Fuse, yep.
Yeah. Well, no, the Xbox game is Sunset Overdrive. Fuse is that multi-platform
Yeah.
game that nobody.
Oh, it was the first multi-plat they made in a while, right?
Yeah. And then Spider-Man. So what was that? 6 games,
Yeah.
and one of them was a stinker. Fuse.
You know.
Like I would say at this juncture right now, especially with Insomniac coming out with Spider-Man, Miles Morales just a few months ago, and then Ratchet and Clank, a few months in the future. Like
They're not messing around, bro.
they're not PlayStation's like, we just bought you motherfuckers, and we putting you motherfuckers to work, and they are working their asses off over there. Like I'm interested because if you look at the future for that company, like what are they going to do after Ratchet into the Rift Apart is out? You would assume after that is Spider-Man 2, correct?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
After that, what would you think that they would probably do?
Who knows,
Like
man?
Overdrive.
Like I think at that point they probably, I would say they should, like I said, either
Another
come
new
up with
IP,
that
let's
Ratchet and
go.
Clank collection. Like I said, either come up with that Ratchet and Clank collection, or maybe a new IP.
Yeah, new IP
To
would
be
be
honest
great.
with you, in my opinion, because a lot of people are like, I don't think Naughty Dog can make another Jack. I would honestly put Insomniac on Jack. Give it to them, because
Now, that's a controversial statement.
Yeah, they know what they're doing with
Naughty Dog.
platforming games with guns and gadgets. Give them Jack. Make them take over the Jack franchise. That's what I would make them do after Spider-Man 2 is out. But that's just me.
Yeah. Be interesting.
The whole the redundancy between, and I love these games, but the redundancy between Uncharted and Last of Us is
Yeah.
crazy. Like they're all well made games, but they're kind of
The
one and
same.
the same, just different stories.
Yeah. Yeah, like the mechanics they're the same, man. Let's be real
Especially with Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2 definitely made the characters, like gameplay wise, feel more flexible than they did in the previous game.
Yeah.
So it brought it closer to the gameplay that is Uncharted, because Uncharted is the characters are very flexible in regards to jumping and climbing and all that shit.
Right.
They're nimble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or articulation.
here. Right?